to our first episode of Outside the Booth. I'm your host, Jack Cunningham, and I'm interning with Booth Review and also Pace Athletics. I won't steal the spotlight from Coach, so Coach, can you introduce yourself to our followers?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name's Tricia Molfetta. I am the head women's lacrosse coach here at Pace, and yeah, excited to be with you guys today.
Well, thank you for coming in. So we're pretty much just going to recap the crazy run that you have guys been on so far to start this season. You guys are 5-1, all on the road. And yeah, I'm sure you're very excited to have your first home game coming up this weekend. But let's go through the first couple games, the first two to be in particular. So you started off the season with Malloy, but what we're all curious about is that second game against East Stroudsburg. You know, any team going into a matchup with the number one team in the nation on their home field, the nerves are definitely going to be up, and you're going to be feeling some type of way. You guys went in and played fearless, and then dominated East Stroudsburg on their home field. So I really wanted to get from you, can you tell us what you guys did to prepare for that game, and what was it like for the girls to take down this monster program?
Yeah, we prepared them as if it were any other team. You know, we weren't scared that they were the one seed. They were in a national championship game last year, so we knew what they were going in. You know, it was one of those things in 2022, we played them to a one-goal game, and we were dominating that whole game and just lost in the fourth quarter. So I think there was a little bit of unfinished business mentality. And, yeah, I have a lot of returners who kind of know that feeling and kind of have that you know, salty taste in their mouth of, you know, losing when we've been dominating a whole game. So there was something to prove, definitely, a chip on our shoulder. You know, we got a lot of production out of a lot of kids. To say that we expected that kind of game, you know, we never know what's going to happen on any given day, but just a full, complete performance in an early game. In March, it was nice to see. It was nice to see some of our hard work in preseason, like, really coming to fruition.
Well, I know when you guys actually beat them, it made headlines all across campus. I know not only the girls reposting them on their stories, but there was Pace Chronicle stories about it too, and also people just blasting it everywhere. So I know it definitely broke headlines. But
yeah, it was a big deal for our program. Listen, I think you know, beating a one seed anytime you can go and do that on the road, you know, there's no better feeling. So it was a huge upset, but it wasn't for us. Because, you know, we knew that we were going to do it from the beginning. So in our minds, it was kind of like we were on to the next already.
Yeah, awesome. Well, the road didn't get easier for you guys.
No, yeah.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Right after that game with East Stroudsburg, you guys went on your spring break trip.
Yeah.
And you took on two other top teams in the nation in Florida Southern, and then also University of Tampa. Florida Southern was number 2 ranked in the nation, and Tampa is number 4. You guys battled a close game against Florida Southern. Unfortunately fell 12-14, but you guys then again went out on another team's top nation's field and dominated again on their home field. So again, my question really after that second win against Tampa, at this point, can you tell me what is the atmosphere with this team after just upsetting another top team in the nation?
Yeah. It's been years of prep for this kind of team, this kind of moment in terms of getting them ready mentally and physically ready and you know, the right personnel in the right spots. We talk about it all the time, and their motto that they kind of came up with this year is, why not us? And that's kind of what we're riding on, is you know, everybody's going to underestimate us, so we're just going to rely on ourselves, and why not us? And why not just do it together and get the job done?
Okay, yeah. So you mentioned that why not us mentality from your team. This is more of a personal question for you. Do you think, it's a little early in the season, but do you think this could possibly be one of your best seasons at the helm for Pace?
I think it's early. We're only in March. We have 10 or so games to go. yeah, I think we have a lot of pieces that could potentially put us in a position to have the best season in program history, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so enough about the past. We want to focus on the future now and what you guys have upcoming. After this long road trip, you're finally able to come home and have your first game at home. I know you guys are probably excited about that.
Yeah.
But you have your season opener, and not only, not season opener, home opener. Not only that, but it comes against another division rival. Someone, like I said before, you have that long stretch of many of any 10 conference play. But not only is it just any 10 conference foe, it's also the Lemoyne Dolphins, who are ranked, I believe, number 5 in the nation as well. So they're right behind. Really, I just wanted to get your opinion on, what are the thoughts going into this game, playing another division rival, but not only any other division rival, but someone ranked this high and recognized this high nationally. You guys haven't got a break yet, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the common message is it's preparing us for postseason, and anything that we're able to play against now, like these really good teams who we're playing against in our non-conference, is just going to make us better come May. So yeah, Lemoyne's our first, top 5 matchup in conference, and we're not necessarily looking at the rankings, but it's a team we've never beaten before. So it's more so that we're looking at it from that vantage point, in the sense of we're hungry, and I think that they're really focused on on to the next, and just really kind of making sure that we're taking care of the things that make us successful. So, a big thing of that for us this season is our energy. We have really good energy on the sideline, in terms of their sideline celebrations. You'll see it on Saturday. They do all kinds of crazy things in terms of girls are bench pressing each other on the sidelines, and it just gets everybody up. So, I expect to see a lot of that, and I expect to really have us control a lot of the tempo. When we're doing that, we're playing at our best. So, it should be a good one. It should be one that we're hoping to see a lot of things we've been working on the last few weeks kind of take over, and our instincts take over, and really just, really just take care of business for the first time ever against this kind of team.
Well, I know we're super excited to have that game come up, but aside from looking into national rankings, how does it feel to actually have your first home game and play in front of your home crowd? I know.
Yeah.
Long road trip.
I know. It's one of those things I tell them all the time. There's no greater feeling than beating a team that's ranked better than you or whatever it is on the road, but that's not true. I tell them that to make them feel better about being on the road all the time. But we are so excited to be at home. It's been a long time coming. Some schedule issues didn't allow us to play at home earlier, just with the way that we had to schedule early March. But yeah, we couldn't be more excited. Couldn't be more excited that it's Lemoyne. We're hoping that we get a great turnout. It's Youth Day. We have a youth game happening at halftime. So, just hoping that it's a great day. We're just excited to be home.
That's awesome. But speaking of the team's success, I want to talk about certain players on the roster as well that contributed to the team's success so far. The main one that comes to mind off the top of my head is actually Emma Rafferty.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys lost her last season
because
of a season-ending injury, but now she comes into this year and looks like she hasn't even lost a step.
Yeah.
She leads the setters in goals this season with 23. And I really wanted to ask you, what can you tell me about Rafferty's work ethic? She's able to come back like nothing happened.
She's also a 6th year, right? So she's a 4-year captain for me. Her work ethic, you don't come across kids like her very often. It's unparalleled. The type of leader she is. She connects to her teammates well, but she's also that leader that's going to make sure she's holding people accountable. And, she was injured and sidelined last year, and I think really wanted to be out there and help her team, but also had to learn a couple lessons, and now she's just letting the game come to her, and it's happening, and she's finishing naturally. She's a natural goal scorer, and I couldn't be more proud of her and happy that she's having a lot of success right now.
Well, I feel like she's going to be more part of the success as well. I feel like she's going to score more goals later in the season as well. But another thing, we keep talking about the offense, but
yeah,
I'm sure, you beat East Stroudsburg and Tampa. The offense can't get all the credit. Like, you're holding, I believe, East Stroudsburg to 6 goals.
Yeah.
And then Tampa to 8. Like, that's very impressive for the teams of their national ranking. What can you tell me about the defense and how they've been performing this season?
Yeah, we play a high-pressure kind of defense where we're going to really take away teams' first looks and their first options and kind of like smother a little bit. So, I have kids that have really bought into it, and we're pretty athletic, and they're all about it, and they're playing as a unit, and that's all I can ask for is that they're just buy into the systems and execute.
Yeah, well, another thing that catches my eye when I'm looking at your defense is you guys do have a lot of underclassmen.
Yeah.
And you also have a freshman in that. So I'm really curious, like, how it may be like a younger side defense. You do have older players on the defense, but you do have young people in there.
No, it's definitely younger, yeah.
Step up and, first year of playing, they're able to compete at this level and contribute to the success.
We just have to demand it out of them. We just have to demand it out of them because of the year it is and because of the leadership we have. That's kind of just, it's been our MO all year and all preseason, and just, how we're preparing is like, you might not be ready, but there's no other option, right? Like, in terms of kids being underclassmen or not having the game experience or playing experience. Yeah, everything is done by committee. There's not one kid we're relying on more than the other, and everybody is just ready for their opportunity when their name is called. So it's been nice. It's been something that isn't always the case on teams.
Yeah, I mean, they've acted like they've been
Yeah.
playing for more than just 1 year.
Yeah.
But when I mentioned underclassmen as well, you guys do have a lot of older girls coming back. They've been playing for you for a while, but you are more of like a predominantly underclassmen team. I believe you're favoring 17 underclassmen, I believe it is.
Maybe,
so,
yeah.
Between like freshmen and sophomores.
Mm-hmm.
So 17, my question is, who was really able to display the most leadership qualities out of the older girls to set an example for these younger girls as well?
Yeah, I have 4 excellent captains in Emma Rafferty, who we spoke about. So Raf, Kayla Conway, Aaliyah Crutcher, and then Delilah Doyle. So all of them have been, really good in terms of relaying the message and things like that. And then we also have like a leadership council. So those guys are good in terms of getting the freshmen and the underclassmen just bought in and really on the same page with what our message and our brand looks like, and what being a part of this team is about. Yeah, kids, my juniors, Angelina Porcello, I have kids who are really, really dialed in right now, and kind of all on the same page about what they want in May.
I mean, what more can you ask for?
Right.
From the coach's
Yeah.
perspective?
100%.
But yeah, that's great. I know, like, the older girls, they've been here. They know what it takes to make it to like the playoffs and the NE10 conference playoffs as well. Speaking of the NE10 conference playoffs, I'll try to keep it as fast as possible because I know we've been talking for a little bit. But the NE10 conference playoffs, you guys made last year.
Yeah.
You made it to the semifinals, I believe it is. I know you guys are hungry so far this season and doing everything you can to make it back there. What are you guys going to do in the future to make it back to the semifinals and even beyond, maybe the NE10 Conference Championship and maybe the NCAA tournament
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah, that's our goal.
Yeah.
We're going to do everything that we can control. We talk about it all the time, and just controlling our controllables and what that looks like day in, day out. And the rest we just hope falls into place, right? And yeah, you know, last year I think we learned a lot of really hard lessons in terms of we lost a lot of games in the fourth quarter, like I had mentioned earlier. I think we lost like 3 or 4 games in the fourth quarter, games that we were winning. And so there is that feeling of like, you know, when we're up, let's not settle. So we had a conversation at Tampa at halftime, and we were up, I think, 11-5, and it was like, all right, this team, you know, is good enough to come back, but like let's put our foot on the gas pedal and you know, not give them any life and not give them any opportunity. And I think that's been a big thing for us too, is, you know, rather than maybe taking our foot off the gas in years past, I think that they're really not willing to do that right now. And it's really about them, you know, like they're dictating, you know, obviously I'm the coach and I'm controlling certain things of it, but it's really, they're leading the charge right now. They are leading the charge.
I know you mentioned much earlier in like one of the first questions we asked that you guys are fighting for May. And
yeah.
You're not paying attention to any of the rankings.
Yeah.
That's what you guys are going for in that playoff run. So I definitely want to know how you guys are working to get back there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Would you like to share anything with our followers?
No.
Thank you so much, guys. This has been the first episode of Outside the Booth. I'm Jack Cunningham.
I'm Tricia Molfetta. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.